So this is being talked about now, and this was actually talked about a lot yesterday, which I kind of find funny because I feel like, doesn't everyone already know this? Jamarr Chase is expected to command $40 million annually on a new deal. Now, obviously, listen, it's not going to be $40 million per year. It's not. He's going to structure it to be team friendly. He's going to structure it to, help us out as much as he can. But he's still going to get paid. He's still going to get paid. And that's just how it works. He'll structure his contract as team friendly as he can, but he's still going to get paid. And when I say team friendly, listen, he's said it before and he'll say it again. He wants the signing bonus. He wants the money in the signing bonus because signing bonus is fully guaranteed. Signing bonus is what's going to get him the cash. At the end of the day, well, yes, he would love for his salary number to be $40 million every year. He realizes that's not going to help out the team. That's not going to help us win. So he wants Mike Brown to fork over that money. Now, of course, in the end, we'll take the signing bonus, prorate it over 5 years, put it at the end of his contract, and that's how we're going to be able to get him for a reasonable deal, reasonable offer, or salary cap hit every single year, is by prorating that money to the end of his contract. But that's kind of what we already knew, right? This is, again, I think this is kind of this whole, this is a big breaking story. No, it's not. Like, Jamarr Chase is going to get the next highest amount of money for any wide receiver. Justin Jefferson got paid last. It's going to be Chase next. And then it's just going to keep going higher and higher and higher as time goes on. Did we drop the ball not getting this contract done before last season? Yeah, we did. We had, apparently, according to reports, it was almost locked in, done with. The only thing that they argued with was guaranteed money. They had the years locked in they liked. They had the amount they liked. They had the per year they liked. And the only thing they did not agree on was guaranteed money, which a lot of that is in the signing bonus. So that's the only thing that they didn't agree on. And they waited. They waited a year. And he had a record-breaking season. Yeah, you're going to have to pay him. It's kind of how it is. I thought this was all just figured out by now. But anyway, I guess if you're not a Bengals fan, this is kind of shocking to you. But if you're a Bengals fan, I think we've kind of been in this boat for a very long time here. This is the offseason story that really isn't a story. Chase is getting paid and everything else will fall depending on how much Chase makes. Chase makes blank, then everything else falls into place. The next thing I want to talk about is T Higgins. Keep in mind that the goal this offseason is to sign Jamarr Chase, T Higgins, and Trey Hendrickson all to contract extensions. But I think there's a big but here people are not realizing. There's a reason why we gave T the non-exclusive franchise tag and not the exclusive. A lot of people are like, oh, you can't pay T this much. At the end of the day, what the Bengals are hoping for, right, is for a team to come in, give us 2 first-round picks, give T Higgins a deal, and we decide, do we want to keep him or do we want the 2 first-round picks? Like, is that deal worth it? Or do we get the 2 first-round picks? That's what the Bengals are hoping for. One, that's why they signed him to the non-exclusive franchise tag. But number 2, they can still trade the guy. Like, again, the reason why you franchise tag him is to, be able to negotiate until July 15th, I believe it is this year. But also at any time, right, while we're negotiating with him, and he's on that franchise tag, any team could call us up, Patriots, whoever, and say, hey, Bengals, we're not going to give you 2 first-round picks for T Higgins. What's your best realistic offer? What's your best realistic thing to look at, right? And Bengals, if they're smart, would say, hey, we got another team on the line, actually, who's been calling us as well. And that team, well, that team's actually very close to 2 first-round picks, but they're not quite there. What's your best offer? And then they're going to negotiate or try to trade throughout this offseason while they're working out a contract with T. Again, the reason why they gave them the non-exclusive is because they are open for it. Because there is a realistic possibility that a team... there is a 1% possibility... Listen, the Cleveland Brownies are the only possibility. Cleveland Brownies are the only possibility that comes in and says, hey, we want T. Here's 2 first-round picks. We'll offer him this. And then the Bengals can Bengals can match, or the Bengals can say no. Right? So just keep that in mind this offseason. The Jamarr Chase situation, yes, it's crazy how much he's going to want to get paid, or he's going to get paid. And I understand that. But this T Higgins situation has just begun. This non-exclusive franchise tag has opened up Pandora's box. And it's not just, oh, well, no team's going to give us 2 first-round picks, so who cares? It doesn't mean we can't trade him to somebody else for less than 2 first-round picks. We could have the Patriots come in and say, hey, listen, we'll give you Christian Gonzalez, a first-round pick, and a 5th. Right? I'm not saying they would do that, but I'm saying they could. You could have the Dallas Cowboys come in and say, hey, listen, we'll give you Micah Parsons, a 2nd, and I don't know, another wide receiver, right? They could offer anything. By doing this, by putting him on the non-exclusive franchise tag, I feel like it also sends a message to the rest of the league that we're trying to re-sign this guy, but hey, you want to take your shot, potentially do our job for us, right? By potentially signing him. But also, it just kind of shows the rest of the league, we're open to trade the guy. Because we could just say, nope, we're going to give him the exclusive franchise tag. We're not messing with him. We're just going to keep him on the squad, and we're going to figure out a long-term contract. But that opens up Pandora's box by giving the non-exclusive franchise tag. That's the story of this offseason that I don't think enough people are talking about. Everyone's just like, oh, well, they gave him this, they franchise tagged him. He's staying with the Bengals. That's not guaranteed. Okay, and I'm guaranteeing you right now, they're going to be looking as potential options to unload him if they show up. And teams are going to take their shot. Maybe not for 2 first-round picks, but they'll take their shot throughout this offseason. This is only the beginning of the weird roller coaster ride of T Higgins. Peace.